Hello and welcome back to another Epic 7 video where today we're going to be resuming the A to Z challenge. Now, when I looked at Judith, I really do remember her as a popular opener back in the days. But you know, there is one flaw in Judith today that actually kind of makes her not feel good. So her S3 is just a CR push, gives herself stealth. You could double 20 soul burn her S3 to give her an extra turn, and if she stealthed, her S1 has a 100% chance to stun. So I was like, does Judith need effectiveness? I wasn't really intending to soul burn Judith anyways, so I just slapped my fastest speed gear and moved on. So we enter game 1. And I guess let's begin talking about the flaws of Judith. Of course, every turn you want to get for first turn. There's just no way Judith competes with Celius, Ron, Pira, Lua, all that shenanigans. So when I got first turn here, I bet my opponent was confused as hell. You know why this worked? It's because I'm low elo. If I was anywhere in Masters, Challenger, maybe even... it's just there's just no way you take first turn with Judith. With her stat line, come on, she's not gonna live. And even if you have a very fast Judith, like 290, 250, or 250 is pretty slow. Anyways, if you had a 290 speed Judith, she would still struggle. And also, I was really surprised my enemy didn't just S1 my Benimaru. Maybe he could have brought Rem and one-shot him, but hey, it is what it is. Anyways, Judith, right. So, it's not like her stun is OP. It's not like people can even afford to build her on effectiveness, since, again, you want a lot of speed, and she doesn't even have much health. So, the one turn she's not stealth, she's easily one-shot, and it's pretty sad, honestly. She definitely needs a specialty change that fixes her speed problem, but that's the problem with specialty changes. It really does feel like Smilegate just makes a specialty change to solve a speed problem. It's not solving any other type of problem, but hey, I digress. So here we're just gonna S1, of course, Judith amazing damage because she's at level 40. I am not gonna 6-star her, much less 5-star her. Enemy Rem uses S3, Pavel dies. I was like, come on. So I soul burn Benimaru, and of course we fail, and of course the Rem counterattacks. Not that it mattered, Celius would have looped and dual attacked into my Benimaru anyways. So we take an L, boys. Anywho's, moving on, we enter the second match, and of course Judith takes first turn. I bet my enemy did not expect it, which again, we are now in silver elo, so it kind of makes sense. If this were champion, if this were legend, if this were any other elo, we just fail immediately. Ida, of course, it's just Ida with Judith is a pretty strong pick. Ida, you're gonna see her so much in this challenge, because any unit with a non-attack skill, they need Ida. They just need Ida. And any unit with an AoE skill are gonna need Caesarea. It's just how the game is gonna get played. Because honestly, I'm trying so hard to stick with the 1 ML rule. And I imagine when we start to get to the very difficult to win tier, we're gonna have to use more MLs. But for now, it's just Ida Caesarea. You're gonna see him for a while. Anyways, once again, giving my fastest gear to another opener. This time we're gonna be bringing Haste, Fire Haste, because I like him. I also decided to gear up Challenger Dominial, just hoping that, Haste uses S3, pushes up Dominial. Dominial can use her own S3, push up someone in the team, and yeah, that's the theory anyways. Let's see how it worked in practicality. So we enter game 1, and I'm excited, but then my enemy takes first turn, and it's a GG, well played, boys. No outspeeding a Celius this time. We don't mind game 2. Celius takes first turn. God damn it. Really? So this is just what's gonna happen, huh? Without Zia, we just get Celius. It's so sad, but it's the game. Also, I lost count how many times my enemies had first turn. It made me go insane, because I really do need first pick to pick Aurea so my enemy can pick a Lionheart or something, and then maybe Haste can do his shenanigans, but it is what it is. Now here, looking at this match, I was actually pretty surprised that Haste crit the Light Aiden. I was like, oh, this is fate. Also, I do want to say that if you're wondering who is my enemy consistently banning, it's Briarwitch, okay? Whenever I pick Briarwitch into their Light Aiden, they get spooked and ban her out, which kind of makes sense, honestly, all things considered. Now here, Dominial, I'm really hesitant with her because without any Molagora, Challenger Dominial doesn't really do any damage. Or, I know, her single target S1 with Soul Burn is technically the highest ratio in the game, blah blah blah, but my Dominial is more of a speed Dominial, just so I can make sure she uses her S3, and even if I Soul Burn her S1, she's still level 50 with no Molagora, without, you know, very strong gear. I mean, you saw her gear. It's not like she's gonna do much. Sure, 272 crit damage is nice and all, but again, she's there. She's not contributing much at all. Moving on. Here we have another match, and by some miracle, it seems like my haste is faster than the enemy Silolius. That's probably a 260, 270 Silolius, but yeah, we take first turn. Of course, no Challenger Dominial, because I was starting to give up on her, but I think my enemy banned her just so I don't have souls or something. But yeah, it's just forcing Challenger Dominial into every game is going to be very difficult. So I think I might give up on Challenger Dominial and, you know, just pick up the haste win and maybe use Challenger Dominial by herself. If I fail to use Challenger Dominial with someone like Pavel, Zahak, and all that good stuff, then I will 6-star Dominial, and I guess I will pick my one win with her. And frankly speaking, this challenge is gonna force me to level up my account. It's gonna force me to use Molagora. It's gonna force me to do this, that. And as much as I want to welcome the challenge, oh boy, this just getting the content or just getting replays that are actually presentable is so difficult. So here we somehow, by some miracle, crit the Politis with our S3 Celine, so we actually have a chance here. Can Angry Cerise pull off a victory? Of course, we can't S2 because everyone has immunity. We can't S1, we won't dual attack, so we have no choice but to S3. Probably not the smartest idea into an LRK, but we do it anyways because it's just the best thing we have right now. Of course, haste can't do much, can't debuff because they all have immunity. Yuppie, we love this game. Enemy dual attacks with Luluka. Listen, I know LRK S1 has damage, but I really prefer Luluka doesn't dual attack because she just procs her S2, she pushes up whoever has the highest CR. It's kind of obnoxious, not gonna lie. So here we Celine bunk the Silolius. I wasn't too worried with the S3 on Dominial because it's just, I know it gives the Luluka more focus, but she doesn't have S3 just yet. And even if she does S1 twice, she'll probably S3 the next turn because my opponents don't think. At least that's what I think. I think my enemies don't think. Wow, what a insane sentence for Everlife. So here, haste fails the defense break, and my opponent just happens to be on Snow Crystal. Like, what were the odds? Whatever. We S2 to heal. It doesn't heal much because we're not level 60. We're not on real actual DPS haste gear. Dominial S1, we fail sleep. So you're telling me that in that transaction there, my haste failed to crit because of Snow Crystal, and my Dominial failed to sleep. Okay, sure. You know what? Have your way, game. Of course, Silolius, when she dual attacked with the Luluka, and then LRK decides, yo, I'm actually Silolius, and Luluka procs her S2. And guess what? She procs her S2 right before her S3. This is so bad. It's just, we got trolled by Smilegate. But then here, Haste has decided he's also Conqueror Lilius, and we dual attack with Angry Cerise. Of course, my enemy doesn't have a debuff, so there's nothing, there's not much angry going on. Haste, of course, not a single defense break on that S1. I think you can Molagora it, but I'm not gonna Molagora her as his S1. His S1 is not the main point. So, yep, my enemy S1s, of course. Not much you can do there. So I think, you know, let's cycle out of this blind debuff and let's hope for the best. I could have S2'd with Angry Cerise here, but I S1 just because I can't. You know, I want Haste S3 to go into Angry Cerise S3. And this is where, you know, I think the game was decided the moment my enemy dual attacked using LRK. You know, when LRK dual attacked and he pushed the Luluka S3, I mean S2, it's over. He got an S3 right after, and now even if I use S3 with haste on attack buff, Luluka is just gonna take the turn. I was really thinking, maybe my enemy misses the silence or something, you know? But no, he crits Cerise, and then the S2 crits Cerise as well. I really tried. If Angry Cerise could have pulled off the S3 there, that was a win. That was just a win. So I Soulburn Dominial just to see, was this an ER LRK by any chance? And of course, LRK rips the S3. And we eat an L. Oh, you can see how annoying this challenge is already. I mean, I'm picking random stuff. Why aren't my enemies picking random stuff? Whatever, man. We go next. Now, I know I said no C-Dom, but I don't give up. I am very stubborn. So once again, Haste S3 and Dominial is gonna push up. And we're gonna hope it works. Dominial with Ida this time. Ida's gonna, you know, get an even bigger push. And then Ida's gonna push back enemy and push up our own team. At least that's the very gist of it. Now, I did Soulburn into Cowrick, and we are at 73% crit chance with our Dominial. We couldn't S3 with Dominial because there's a Celine on the enemy side, and I don't know, man. It's just, it sucks. You Soulburn Dominial after a long blast. It's just, she didn't crit. Come on. What were the odds on that? So here I was thinking, my enemy can S2 someone on my team or S3, and of course he goes with the S2 on Ida. You know, fair. But Ida, she's gonna S2. I don't think we Soulburn Ida. I don't think we S3 with Ida. So yeah, I'm just gonna S2, get Skill Nullifier, and keep my team. Actually, I don't keep my team alive because if K-Ron counters, it's just GG from there, you know. So here I rip off the Angry Cerise S3. No attack buff, unfortunately, which is why I'm thinking of giving up on Challenger Dominial in the first place. Because Challenger Dominial, she needs to make up with the damage somehow, and she's not doing that much damage at level 50, and she kind of needs her S3 to actually push up her team, which most people are starting to use anti-non-attack skill units like Summer Luluka, like Politis, Celine, all that good stuff. There was even one game I played against a ML Khawazu who had Spear of Purification, so yeah, non-attack skills kind of difficult. Enemy pops my Dominial. Again, Dominial barely did anything this game. She missed a crit on the ML Kawarik. I guess she finished off Celine, but Celine was dead anyways. I think any sub DPS would have finished off the Celine in that situation, which again, maybe I really should 6-star Dominial just to actually give an unbiased look into her. Enemy misses Provoke on Haste, actually kind of big, maybe. Here with Ida, again, we can't do much, so I go into LRK because I want my Angry Cerise to finish off the LRK. Of course, we're gonna S2 with Cerise, 50% ZR push, and the S2 actually has a 1.5 multiplier, which is actually pretty high, by the way. So Angry Cerise one-shots the LRK, quote-unquote one-shot. Haste S1, I mean, Haste is just alive for now. And yeah, I was thinking to myself, my enemy surely my enemy breaks the skill nullifier, but he doesn't. And I get confused, like, is this a win angle? Look at that, we did 10k damage on that dual attack. It's huge. And Ida lives without getting blinded. I think maybe just by some miracle we can pull off this victory. We use the Ida S3, and you guessed it, enemy Mediator lived. I was really thinking to myself, if my Dominial crit the first turn, would I have won? You know, the moment Cowrick lived, I was actually just done, because I know Mediator is such a broken unit. I hate him. In this game, my enemy first picks Spira, and I pick the good old reliable ambitious T1. I was thinking, my enemy's just gonna S3, right? Nope. My enemy rips the S2, gives my Benimaru his S2. I think now he's gonna S3. Nope. He went after my haste, and he stunned my haste. And listen, even if haste technically wins just like that, I'll count it, because my enemy went out of his way to kill my haste. Here, I don't know how my Benimaru defense broke the enemy Lionheart, but we missed the light Aiden, despite the fact we have 50% hit chance. It's just, here I was really hesitating, because I was like, no, I'll wait. And sure enough, the waiting worked. My enemy gave up into peer pressure. We would have S3'd with Caesarea, right? But then Ed could have easily soloed this game, in my opinion. And yeah, it's just, this game played out very weirdly, and we came out on top. Now, of course, at the end of each video, we must mark the fruits of our labor. And in this case, I don't feel good putting ticks on Destina, Caesarea, Ida, because we're going to see them multiple times. If you're wondering why did I put a tick over Politis, she's OP, okay? And also she had a pivotal role in making this game work. So yeah, she gets the tick, she gets the pass. Moving on. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video, where maybe I try to do something more simple like a Ravi or something. Goodbye.